Tom, and today what I want to talk about is a way maybe we can think about life and evolution and how we're supposed to move forward with things, and thinking about it particularly from the perspective of a parent of younger kids, parent of teenagers, parent of adult children. What might be something that we could offer? Because it's interesting, right? Jesus was so clear. He was so clear when he says, "Judge not that ye be not judged." I mean, that simple. It's essentially saying, don't judge, because whatever weight you use to weigh other people by is the same weight you'll be used to weigh other people by. And Jesus was talking about sort of the balancing, form of weights that many of you have seen, no doubt, in old antique stores. And the idea is that we tend to like pile up these weights and expect people to come up to these weights that we have, and that's how we judge people. We pile a bunch of stuff on, and do they measure up or not? And clearly, the Lord would not have us live that way. It's a very challenging way to live, because that old saying, that the warden is prisoner too, and it's so true. Like, we get caught in that real judgmental stuff, our life just is not going to be able to move forward in any way that feels at ease or filled with grace or compassion. Very, very hard to do, because those things filled with grace and compassion means actually giving up judgment in a lot of ways. But yet, on the other hand, right, judgment is important. We don't want to, tell our kids like, "Oh, judgment doesn't matter, nothing's wrong, you figure it all out yourself." It just doesn't work, because life depends on us sort of getting down, this idea of moral values and moral virtues. Really important stuff, because there are absolutes, moral absolutes. And musically, it's kind of like learning the scales. You got to learn the scales before you can improvise. And if you have a culture or an approach where it's just, no, you just go right into improv, it doesn't work. Like, good musicians know better than that. We know we have to learn the scales, then we can have more freedom around them. It's the same thing with our spirituality. So what might be a possible way to hold it? Well, here's one way to hold it. Imagine shifting from judging to navigating. We want to, of course, let go of being judgmental people, but that doesn't mean that we want to let go of navigating life. We need to navigate life. And just imagine, again, you're navigating a trip across, you're trying to figure out how to get across a river, or you're trying to sail a boat across a lake, whatever analogy you want to use. To navigate, it's going to take a lot of judgments. It's going to take like 1,000 judgments, but it's all judgments within a bigger point. It's all the judgments that we're trying to craft together to move us forward, to get us to the other shore, whatever that might be. That's a really healthy way to hold it. And that's something I feel like the Lord is going to bless, because navigation's tough. And again, we're going to have judgments. We're going to get blown off course a million times. As is often said, the spiritual life is like a rhum line, RHUM, which in sailing terms means this line of direction you're taking. So you want to sail north. But any sailor knows you're not just going to sail north. If you're in a sailboat, you're going to go like this a lot. And does this make a lot of sense? Absolutely, because that's how life goes for us. So as we go into today, friends, let's just be thinking about, okay, try not to judge, and at the same time, remember to navigate. And how can we help young adults do that? How can we help ourselves do that? How can we help our communities do that? Well, again, you go back to what God says. God gives us a lot of great points to navigate by, a lot of great points that are help us move forward in that direction. And the trick is, don't just give it up. Don't just, I mean, it's so tempting to think like, oh, navigate. It just doesn't matter, and it's not that important, and we can just simply let life be life. Well, yeah, we can, and there are times for that, but there's also times to just be aware that we have a duty, and we're sort of duty bound in the times we live in to help navigate a path forward. We're supposed to be part of the answer, not just part of the problem. And yeah, and there's a great deal of what would I call? There's a call in there, and there's inspiration in there as well. So I hope that makes sense, dear friends, and I hope you have a day just thinking, yeah, how can that look in your life today? And what we're going to do now is we're going to shift gears, as we always do here at New Church Live. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little prayer, a little blessing, a little meditation, and we will not be saying hi to you because this is an archived version. But please leave comments on Facebook. We love seeing what you folks have to think. We love seeing what strikes you as you listen to today's 10-minute calm. So with that, dear friends, let's get a little breath and a meditation. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still, know that I. Be still, know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, wishing you all the very best. May you have a great day ahead, and we will see you tomorrow on 10 Minutes of Morning Calm. Take care. Like our content? It's funded by viewers like you. Please consider becoming a sustaining supporter